What are the odds that someone who studied to become an attorney would one day trade in their designer suit for a career knee-deep in scrap metal? Nancy Landy started out in business as a high-powered attorney. Her interest peaked in an unlikely business, the scrap metal industry. Once Landy saw the promise that rusty carburetors could bring, her future was decided. She traded in her designer suits for a lucrative career, knee-deep in old coils, copper, and brass fixtures.
Before I had the scrap metal business, I had my own law firm. And this business is completely different than what I was used to as a business owner. As a business owner, when I was a lawyer, in order to open up my own law office, other than obviously having my law degree, I needed a desk, a secretary, and a computer. And I was set up and I could operate and be a lawyer and have my own business. This business is entirely different. It's very capital intensive. So my entrepreneurial skills are a little bit more put to test in terms of that we've had to buy multiple types of equipment, expensive equipment, and as we go along and get bigger, we need to buy more and more equipment. We've had to buy the scales, the New Holland, a forklift, and all the dumpsters. As a lawyer, I now have a Mack roll-off truck, and we're about to buy a new flatbed truck. The scrap metal business is a recycling business. We buy all types of metals, and it ultimately gets recycled, usually overseas or at a mill in this country. It gets shipped. So the scrap metal includes steel, stainless, aluminum, electric motors, wire, anything that has any type of metal in it, copper, brass, and it's a volume business. So we buy from our customers, we collect a volume of it, and then we resell it. So it works as a commodity in that the price changes based on the market values, and we pay our customers also based on the market value price of it. And this is a copper aluminum radiator. So all of these three things need to be removed. It's been a pleasure working with Mike Bell. He initially I met him through that Great Lakes meet and greet, but since then I've been to his office where he has assisted me in registering online to be a government contractor, given us advice on how to improve our website and our presentation. Both his focus is on doing it with government contracting, but obviously it helps us with everything.
Mike Bell, Government Procurement Specialist with the SBDC Fort Lauderdale, coordinated 2 meet and greets, which resulted in a major contract for MST scrap.
SBDC is something that I've always been aware of as a business owner, as a resource that helps other people, other businesses. And in this particular instance in my scrap business, I became involved with the SBDC when I received an email from an organization that I am in about a meet and greet with a larger company that was looking to do business with small businesses. And I went to the meet and greet and got to know Mike Bell and have been in contact with him since then.
Our client of note at the moment is Nancy Landy from MST Scrap, and she is working as a subcontractor for the Army Corps of Engineers' largest single contract that they have ever let. The contract is to deepen the port of Miami, to deepen the harbor to take the new Panamax ships. Nancy and her company, MST Scrap, is removing scrap that is dredged up out of the harbor by Great Lakes Dredging and Dock and hauling it away and recycling it. So we have a green company helping the prime contractor, Great Lakes, to deepen the port of Miami.
The difference in my revenues since I became acquainted with Mike in the SBDC is that the Great Lakes contract, we are picking up between 30 and 40,000 pounds of heavy metal from them every week to 10 days, which is a significant quantity in this business, and it's also a significant moneymaker for my company. County contract.
As MST scrap metal progresses, The SBDC Fort Lauderdale continues assisting Nancy Landy as she goes through growing pains, financial challenges, and the daily tests that are part of the journey of any successful business venture. Nancy, who currently drives a sleek Mercedes, doesn't miss those designer suits one bit.